Oh man, you guys have tuned into shenanigans and a shit show. If you
am I supposed to be panned left? It is a shit show already. Am I supposed to be panned left? It's all the way left.
I mean, as long as you're okay.
I'm already yelling at him.
Oh, it's crazy. We're drinking Hennessy. Well, at least Machine Gun Kelly is. Lauren Styles thinks she knows about Hennessy bottles. It's a fucking mess. Rosenberg's doing something with his laptop.
Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. The second album's out.
We're celebrating?
Yes, we are, man.
In the game, man. Have yourself a everyone say, by the way,
wait, I have to drink too?
Yeah.
All of us?
Yo, he is the king of peer pressure. I've never met someone who puts more pressure on than this fucking kid right here.
Yo, Peter, what did I do to get you to take a shot in the club with me?
It didn't work, but what you tried to do was, he was like, I'll sniff the booze if you do a shot. And I was like, I know you're willing to sniff it. I don't want to take a shot.
No, I snorted the Crown Royal.
You literally, no, he did. He snorted Crown
Royal. What club are we at?
Griffin.
We were at Griffin, and what did I do? I put
he poured the bottle to his nose and was like, it was pouring it all over the ground while he's trying to. He's a fucking lunatic.
He's that kid. You used to sniff lines of like salt and pepper,
like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Hey, to MGK's new album.
Yeah, man.
Cheers. Oh, it was incredible. That was. Oof. Why would I do that to myself?
Woo! Wait, it's a Friday. It's a Friday at least.
It is Friday.
You didn't drive to work today. You ain't got no. You only got 2 jobs. You ain't got shit to do.
I do have a family, and today's supposed to be Family Day. It's Family Day Friday, starting at 2:00.
Well,
he's like, it's supposed to be Family Day.
Well,
you guys are my family of Jace. All right, look, Machine Gun Kelly. I have 2 CDs here, and I want to understand what's happening. One is a deluxe edition, and one is a regular one, and they have 2 different or 2 different colorways.
Right.
Why? I don't understand. Why does this happen? Why does this even happen?
Well, first of all, I want to know, was the album
wait,
cover...
are you drunk already? I just asked the man a question. Can he answer?
Sorry. I think I am.
It's lit.
So basically, it's lit.
It's lit.
Yeah, basically, I mean, industry standard, I guess, is, you have a standard with a certain amount of songs. Actually, the standard, I can actually answer this question, actually.
Okay.
You get paid off of, what is it, 12 tracks? Mm-hmm. And so anything after 12 tracks, you have to pay for, the label has to pay for, something like that, and they don't like doing that.
Got it.
Right, so they have like a regular version that costs them a certain amount, and the other the standard. Yeah, and then this.
But don't they put certain versions?
But I don't even understand why I even put it, because you're paying extra for the.
But I think it has something to do with like territories, like Target gets a certain amount.
Well, and it's pleasing those retailers, right? You want them to feature it. They want to have something special. So Target gives us
the Target version of this has 18. So this is what, 13? 13. This is 16, and Target has 18.
Now, which one in your mind do you consider like the proper order that you created as like your album? Is there one that is the true original version?
Yeah, the deluxe is the original.
The deluxe is the way it was truly laid.
Yeah, because
stuff's bonus.
Because obviously, especially after 3 years of being away, never would I want to come with lesser tracks. I recorded 75 tracks, so I'm like, I was ready for everyone to hear all of them. You know what I mean? So when it's really a fight to kind of get this amount of songs. So
yeah, because Game just put out what?
38 songs.
38.
What kind of fight was that? He put out an album of 18.
I don't think people fight back with games.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point. Everyone's like, yeah, you good, man.
Whatever you want to do,
dude. You're all good, man. We cleared the budget, man. You're all good.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
So I don't see you going away for another 3 years.
No, I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again.
So more consistency from you now.
I thought that you could make people sway a certain way, and I just realized that these times are just different, and you can't. You
got to give them content. Keep giving it to them.
Yeah, man. I was used to people taking 5 years to create the greatest album ever, you know what I'm saying, or 3 years or something. This wasn't uncommon to me as a fan, and so I kind of took everything that I was used to growing up, and I just realized that I kind of grew up a little bit old school. Like, people my age are shooting, and I'm still fist fighting. So I guess I guess I still believe in like the old ways, and the same goes with the music. I felt like, I had time to go and gain all this life experience to put it into, to have something to talk about this time around. But, I really started to see kind of like, even like industry peers kind of like almost fall back when I would be around. I'm like, bro, do you think I like cooled off? I'm confused. I'm on like I've been on a sold out tour for 3 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
So and for you, I know one of the things I hear from you all the time is not only your peers in the industry, but also in hip hop, you not getting the respect from other people that you feel like you deserve.
Yeah, but you know what though? I went back and listened to like the first album, and it's like I get it. Like I've held this album in my head for 3 years, so I knew how crucial this was in hip hop and how I guess I knew what I was holding on, like what I was holding back from putting out to the world the whole time, but the world didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at everyone for not recognizing what I hear in my head every day or what I get to play, because this is the first day the world's got to hear this. Or even not
even walking in your shoes and not seeing what you see,
exactly.
Or how the fans treat you.
I'm not, I was naive when I was saying all that. It's like, like I was just used to waking up every day with this project, waiting for this release date. You know what I'm saying? And so I was hearing this project, and I hear this, and I truly believe it's a top hip hop album. So when when you have it in your possession but no one else has it, you're still thinking, you're like, I'm like, yo, I'm supposed to be top dog. Like, what's going on? But no one's heard it yet. So this is, this is really like my come out now. Now is I also feel way more hungry than I've ever felt. Like I feel like I don't even have a record deal right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that because you always do seem very eager to prove something. And when I would see you, I'd be like, but bro, you have this incredibly dedicated fan base that if you wanted to live comfortably off the fan base you have right now, you could tour with it for the rest of your life. But you seem like you really want more.
Dog, I made $1 million. I made $1.5 million before I was 21 years old. So money is never like, being comfortable has never been the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know what to even spend money on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even that type of guy. I don't know what I have. I just bought my first car and I bought it for $8,000. It's a '53 Pontiac.
That's tight.
Sick, right?
What you got in the hood? What you got under the hood right now?
It's everything's original. Like I have like
so it's a 6-cylinder under there.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a three stroke.
Calm down, Flex. You don't know what it is.
Yeah, come on, dude. Don't make me look foolish in front of him. I don't know what it is, dude. I just saw it and liked it.
I don't go on eBay and drive to Pennsylvania to pick up
Well, then you ain't real.
I just like cars. Let me like cars.
Okay, fine. He likes cars. I don't know what you're. I don't know what's
on the hood. This comes from a Mets fan who decided to be a Mets fan
2 weeks ago.
Give me 2 weeks.
Yeah,
bro.
You sell out.
Give me 2 weeks.
So three. It's a 3-stroke.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I've money, whatever, man. Like that, I don't even know what to do with
So
that.
what is it that drives you then?
I didn't come in the game to be average. I came to be the best. So and I've been talking that since day one. Even speaking of a Hot 97 flashback, like even on Funk Flex, like when I did my first Funk Flex freestyle, the first thing I was saying like, I was going to J. Cole, I was going to Kendrick, I was going to, I was like saying like when you're mentioning these names, why not mention me? And especially when you influence so much performance-wise in hip hop, that like the performance part is a huge part of being an MC. So like, what I'm saying, if I feel like I'm the best at that, then
you want to be in the conversation.
Yeah, I want to be in the conversation. So if my name's not in the conversations, I'm not happy. So, and it's not, and thank God this came out. So this as soon as people hear it, and I've been watching the reactions all night. I haven't slept, so I see what people are saying, and I've been at the shows where I've been like, damn, it's all new fans here. And usually, I was in Wichita before I came here today, and I've been to Wichita, Kansas 5 times in the last 3 years. Just super weird fact, by the way. But just to show the level of how long we've been touring and the weird, odd places that we go to just constantly keep this whole thing going. I've been to Wichita 5 times in 3 years. I went to that 5th show and I didn't recognize, I recognized like 10 people. Usually I recognize 300 of those people, and
especially
I was like,
the ones in the front.
Yes, and I said, well, where did all the old fans go? Like, I'm confused. Like, it's all new. It's all these new fans. I don't even know these people. And I've been like, dude, they've seen the same thing over and over and over. They were just waiting on this the whole time. So, I feel like hip hop's the same way. You know what I mean?
Do you feel you're the best right now?
No, but I feel like I finally earned my way into the conversation.
That's a very respectable answer, because most people just want to be like, yes,
No,
of course I am.
Because
fuck Drake, fuck this one, fuck that one. It's me. It's only me.
Dog, because I did that on the first album, and I go back and listen to the first album, and I said, you were still trying to find your voice, dog.
Right,
you were still. I was 20, 21 crafting that. My voice doesn't even sound the same as it sounds on this. I'm 25, so I'm like closer to the man I'm gonna be for the rest of my life now, and
very wise. This Machine Gun Kelly guy.
Well, he's very interesting because MGK is super smart, kind of wise beyond his years. He's also a bit of a disaster and emotionally fucking just up and down.
Yeah,
he's a very interesting character.
Well, thank God for music, because now he's got some therapy. He can get it out on these albums.
Hey, I'm just curious about your album cover. I really like it. Is it Salvador Dali inspired?
It is.
Excuse me, who?
Yo, what? Say that. You named every inspiration that
it was. Right?
It was a combo of Shel Silverstein, Salvador Dali, and a little bit of the Gorillaz. And I took all those visual aspects, and this conversation was something that we had been compiling for weeks on end, just constant phone calls, and we found all these little subliminals that we threw in there, and all these little kind of fun things to make it like kind of turn into the album cover into a gift that keeps on giving, because it can be like, I remember when I listened to Kanye on the College Dropout, like years and years and years after College Dropout dropped, and he said, I'm so shy that you thought I was bashful, and I never picked up on that. And then 5 years later I was listening to that line when I was on when I was just chilling, and I was like, oh my God, that was an ill line, like damn. And that was it's like it's when you're an artist, you want to be have a gift that keeps on giving. So I feel like this cover amongst certain other little gems that I thought.
So were your music videos, because you mentioned the Gorillaz, who obviously had the animation on their tours. You mentioned obviously Shel Silverstein, which is classic lines and poetry and perspective and entertainment. Is your live performance gonna change in some ways to match up to this?
I think so, man. I think so. I see it more with this tour too. I see it more as people like expecting me to be this monkey that does whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's also the when I came in and I brought this whole like punk rock aspect into the live performance, it seemed like it kind of got hoed out in the past 2 years. So I'm just like, I'm over it, man. I don't need.
Sounds like a shot.
Shot of J's.
Shot of what?
Shot of J's.
It's a shot of J's.
Was that a shot?
It means that kind of
almost a shot.
Almost.
Well, because you do have Travis Scott, who's jumping around doing the rodeo thing.
Right.
You have Young Thug, who also he's jumping around, being mad aggressive on stage.
I guess my thing with my frustration with popular culture, and this so I guess it's really not a shot. I definitely don't want to be ever left out of a live performance category ever again from any award show or just any like that. I think that's mad disrespectful, because we all came up in the same scene. Like everybody that's blown up right now, we all came up in the same class, right? So we're all on the same festivals, doing the same shows. We all see each other, you know what I'm saying? So like in 2010 and 2011, when touching the crowd and being a person of like the fans and all that wasn't cool at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like the last people to really be one with the crowd was like the Red and Meth and the you know what I'm saying, those people. So it was a long gap between that, and so we came back in, and like also we were putting drummers on stage, putting the bands on stage, and like this was something that was like at a time where you weren't doing bands unless you were a arena act like Jay-Z, right? Like then you got the Roots and all these people, right? But if you don't have that budget, that wasn't really happening. So I like to feel like we were a part, because I know there was other people doing it as well, but I like to feel like we were a very big part of bringing live instrumentation on stage to hip hop, and
for this new movement.
Right? For this new movement, because obviously everything's cyclical. So they've done it then, but this is our generation now, and so. But no shots. More so just like, yo, don't. It's all about the conversation. I don't care as long as I'm in the conversation.
That's right.
But like, I'm a pit bull. I wasn't raised to just sit there and like, get patted on the head and
Look, whether and people get mad when I go here. It's
okay, just go.
I always bring up race, and it's because it's very real. I believe the reason you get left out of some of the conversations by many of these hip hop award shows and gatekeepers, if you will, is because you're white.
And a fan base that has a large white percentage as well.
I think my fan base is a huge reason I'm discriminated towards, because I also see like reviews that are just so false, you know what I'm saying, like, and like views of me that are false. But that's all right, man. That's all right. Like I'm 25 years old. you know, they said I wasn't gonna get a record deal in high school. I remember specifically
Go ahead.
a dude taking my raps when it was corny to be like a white rapper, taking my raps, throwing them on the table, taking them off the table, throwing them on the floor. You know, fights broke out. Like, this was something like I earned. You know, so and I've also done like great award show performances. I remember when they booked me at the BET Awards to perform during Puff set, I was like, I don't want to come normal, so I spent $15,000 of my own money to propel me from a harness from 50 feet up and drop in. You know what I'm saying? And do it. So I'm lost, because if you get me, you're gonna get
the show. You're gonna get the real deal.
Yeah, you're gonna get the best of the best. So, you know, catch up or just like be mad that you didn't, because you're gonna be forced to catch up because your co-employee is gonna be like end up being a fan and force you to do it. So, you know, they said I wasn't I wouldn't get a second album done, and I did it my way. They said you know, like I just got picked up. The pilot that I did with Cameron Crowe just got picked up for Showtime.
Boom. So as a series.
Yeah, as a series. You know what I'm saying? With the Oscar award winning writer and director. So like, damn, you're gonna have to look at me on TV every day. You know, so I mean, I don't plan on easing up. You know, like,
that's good to hear.
Yeah,
listen. Yeah. I lay the gauntlet down, and I love hearing that kind of talk. You know what I mean? For people who really want to be around in this game for a long time.
And race wise too, it's like it's just only a matter of time, because I feel like M went through the same thing. I feel like his first album wasn't like, you know, I felt like he wasn't the icon that he is.
He had something that many white rappers haven't had, which is Dr. Dre, but he didn't have Dr. Dre at first.
Okay.
The Dr. Dre, if you look at the M, when M first dropped with I Just Don't Give a Fuck, and was working with the Outsiders, and was doing underground rap and coming up in the game, you know, he was winning those battles. You know, a lot of those early battles.
I love those.
Went on with Sway and Tech, and then Dre heard him, and that's the way the story goes. But there's a story before the Dr. Dre moment that was a lot of work.
And he was eating shit. Yeah, and he definitely had to eat some shit.
Right. So,
and it's interesting because Puffy's not Dre in the sense of
putting the arm around and doing
and the credibility not within people in the industry. We all respect Puff and appreciate him, but there are a lot of people who are gatekeepers who will hate because of the Puff association.
Well, but the underground. And the underground is, you know, Puff is seen as glamour, glitz. You know, so
what is Puff? How's your relationship these days? What's his involvement? Is he a mentor for you? How do you guys operate?
You know, I don't know if he's. I don't know what he thinks of this album in particular. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a big respect thing between both of us, but I think we respect each other enough to like stay out of each other's lanes, right? So like, we just know that oil and water or oil and vinegar don't mix. So like,
I'm doing me, and he likes that you're doing
and he
you.
likes that I'm doing me, and he's doing him, and you know, that's cool. So.
But is there ever an occasion where if you're trying to deal with some bullshit at the label or anything like that, in which you would turn to him and be like, yo, can you fix A, Y, and Z?
I mean, I wanted certain samples cleared or for certain songs that I believed were really awesome songs. But, you know, I've never asked for favors. I've never asked for, like, I guess I've never really went and asked for, like, that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like earning this on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I would love to have that, you know, to have, you know, like a Dre, or back in the day, like a Suge, or you know, like in this modern, like a Top Dog. Like, I would love to have somebody come and like take some of the work off me, but you know, like, I'm becoming the Dr. Dre of my own city. So, you know, like, you know, dude, I'm 25, man, and like, you know, we brought light to a city that is so dark, and I think that this album's gonna, you know, be respected, and you know, if this is I feel like this is my first album for real, so.
The night I saw you when we hung out like months ago was a big. It was during Baltimore, and we talked a lot about.
You said during Baltimore.
During the Baltimore riots.
Okay.
So you and I talked a lot.
When we were at your house.
Yeah. And we were watching the shit unfold, and we were talking about Black Lives Matter and the people taking power back.
Yeah.
Where do you think things are at right now, and do you have any direct involvement with things like Black Lives Matter and all these different things? How do you see things going right now?
Well, I remember after the Baltimore thing, I remember certain like protesters tried to when in Cleveland there was that whole case where it was like, you know, that the police had shot that couple up 138 times or something like that a couple years back, and they got that they ended up going free. And I remember when that verdict made, I remember like buses full of protesters from out of town trying to come into our city and turn it into, you know, what happened there. And I remember us and a couple other OGs, and we laid down law, like, yo, don't come into our city doing that. That's a big mistake, and nothing popped off. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not we're about to change it a whole different way. We're not going to change nothing by tearing it all up, what we just built. You know what I'm saying? So I use my voice to keep, you know, and it matters in the city of Cleveland. I use it to keep the peace until we figure out, like, you know, the smartest leader is going to be the one with the plan, not like, you know, just going off emotions. You know how that goes. You know, if you think go straight off of emotion, of course no one agree with that, what happened. You know what I'm saying? But like, I also don't agree with some mysterious group coming into our city and like trying to like get our people riled up. It's like, yo, you could be the man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You might be a plan. Like, you might be the FBI putting this whole thing to get our whole city just riled up and us to kill each other. You
and
know what I'm saying?
Put more people in jail.
I know how y'all already do. You fucking weirdos. Like, I don't believe in that.
So you guys want to operate your own way, at least in Cleveland.
And that's how I feel about the presidential campaign too. This is becoming a joke. It's becoming like literally like
an insult.
It's an insult. It's like almost like you might as well just hire the most famous person off Instagram to be the president with the way they're running. You are gonna bust out the nay. Are you fucking kidding me? To get black votes or to like, you know, or you're? I'm confused. These people are like, this is a talent show, man. It's a talent show,
minus the talent,
and whoever got on the tap dancing shoes is winning. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't agree with these puppets that we call presidents. That's why, like, they keep being like, you know, so and so. I'm just like, yo, I got anarchy on my stomach for a reason. I'm a person. I believe the people can govern themselves. I believe in the theory that, you know, only the strong survive, and I'm cool with that because I don't have any patience for weak people anyway. I was just talking about that with certain people that were like, you know, quitting on me in, you know, the industry and stuff like that because, you know, they thought I was like too violent or too aggressive or like too. I'm just sitting here like, yo, if you're a puppy, get out the doghouse, motherfucker. You know, so quit if you want. You know what I'm saying? Quit and quit. Who cares, man?
And a swig. I knew it was coming next.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
It's
when you make a statement like that, if you don't have a drink right after, it's not even. It doesn't matter.
Okay, this is random, and I'm not going to try to stir up anything nasty. But there was a time when you and Yellow Wolf were no good way back in the day when Yellow Wolf was more popping, and then you came along, and then it was weird, and. I've heard Yellow Wolf has extended an olive branch,
which is cool.
I
really like that.
Now, but here's my question.
Okay.
Because I've been wanting to speak on this because Yellow Wolf, personally, as a guy, I've always loved him and respect him as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I believe strongly he needs to stop fucking standing next to that Confederate flag, and he's still posting the fucking Confederate flag.
Okay, I'm not even hip to that whole...
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, be mindful when the olive branch comes out right now to be like, yo, good looking out, really appreciate the respect. Not going to stand next to you right now next to that goddamn Confederate flag.
Right.
So you aren't even aware that that's a thing?
I'm aware that the Confederate flag is I'm aware with the whole issue of what's surrounding, but I'm not aware of, like, you know, like...
The fact that he's standing next to
it. Yeah. And, I mean, you know, to
be aware.
To be honest, though, like, you know, I think my focus would more so be on something like that because that was a situation that extended, like, past just me and him. It became, like, a street issue where we were, like, when we were going down south, we were, like, it was, like, there
was shit that was not good.
Oh, there was real standoffs. There was some real life standoffs. You know what I'm saying? There was some real, you know.
Oh, so that's very good. I didn't realize it was that serious.
It was serious because both of us have real people in our corner, and when it went beyond us, it was, like, you know, it just kind of like went out of control, and it was like, you know, it was yeah, you know, it was a crazy little.
So how did he reach out?
When I saw, I mean, me and him had I think I reached out for him to come to a video shoot one time, just randomly, because I was like, yo, like, this is, you know.
So you were really the one who took the first step.
I'm not sure. I don't even remember how it popped out. I mean, to be honest, I've done so much acid to Paceland.
I like that you whispered it, but on the microphone. He's like, honestly, I've done so much acid.
I think on the Confederate flag issue too for Yellow Wolf, he and I debated it here on the show.
Okay.
So,
by the way, I'm not trying to like take a shot while he's not here.
But you know what? But you know what? Though, honestly, the only reason I wouldn't even speak on that is because I'm not from the South, and I feel like you have to be either one, black.
Or from the South. Well, I'm not either.
I'm not either. So it's like I don't.
I think black people.
That's interesting.
We hope that people like yourself, who have predominantly white followings, even in the South, would speak out against it, just because of what that flag means to us. Right.
Okay.
I think that in Yellow Wolf's cases, and I don't have ill will towards him. I just don't understand. Like, I get the notion that you would say, well, this flag means a cultural thing beyond just slavery. Right.
And I get that.
I get that concept. However,
but it's like I would rather sit down and have like a good conversation with the person who who we've just reached out before I even.
But the problem is the swastika was not originally a Nazi symbol
at all. I mean, skinheads weren't even white, dog.
So at a certain point, symbols become
something else.
You need to acknowledge that.
Right.
The swastika is originally a Buddhist symbol. And
but
it doesn't mean that now.
And guess what? And you can't wear a swastika and be like, nah, bro, it's not like that. You can't do that. So, like, considering...
No, you can, but nobody's going to agree.
Right, and considering he's someone who is not only smart, but not remotely a racist, I just don't think it's good to stand next to him.
Well, and also, I think, and we talk about this all the time, it's very hard for people to go against their cultural and parental programming. Right, so like if your parents, and you love your parents,
right,
and they believe something, and you come up and you're like, but I love my parents, I could never abandon this. Is how it was. It's hard for people to cross that line.
Listen, I get it. That's why I love Billy Joel, and some people might not agree with it, but guess what?
What is that?
But I love Billy Joel.
What is that?
What? What did he do?
Well, some people think Billy Joel's corny. But guess what? My parents programmed me to like Billy Joel, and I'm rocking out.
This
okay,
makes
I'm
sense.
here.
It's a little different. Thank you for lightening the mood. A little different.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to do.
A little different. Machine Gun Kelly.
Racism and Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Hand in hand.
So random.
He's trying to lighten the mood. He's a nice guy. He always goes for the fun.
Well, I just know the artists don't want to sit. You and I, we have a tendency to go down a road.
Here, Rosenberg, take a shot, man.
No, I can't anymore.
Don't give him a shot.
I'm already in a good zone.
He's gonna pass out.
I just didn't want us to go spend too much time talking about someone else, because we can do that.
True. Amber Rose and yourself.
Yeah.
No longer. That was a quiet.
You respected the quietness.
Oh, I loved it. I was the first one to be like, I like this.
And you know what's crazy? I've had other relationships that have been quiet. Y'all just never caught me.
They were even more quiet, right? They were one notch more quiet.
But but with Amber Rose, it's hard to be quiet.
It was very hard to be quiet. So yeah.
So a breakup is like the fact that it was like.
But it wasn't even necessarily a breakup. It was just like, I live a really gnarly life. Like, I'm really hard to like be around. Like, I'm a head case. Like, it's like if you're behind. I mean, why do you think certain like magazines wouldn't even review this album? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain,
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Yeah, there are certain people that won't even listen to this album, like outlets, like big outlets that won't even listen to this album.
Why? Because you did something psychotic?
Yeah, because
you punched somebody in the face.
I'm passionate.
So what happened though? You guys had a conversation. Like Amber's like, "Yo, you're cute, you're popping, but this is too much for me. I can't."
I think like also like I embarked on a 6-month tour. You know what I'm saying? So it's also
so it was a little bit easier for it to be quiet.
Yeah, I mean, like that spotlight just wasn't what about. She felt that off top. Like this spotlight.
How much of the decision to not be whatever you guys were was yours, and how much was hers, or was it like mutual? It was 50-50.
I think it was same thing at the same time. I mean, we all kicked it. It was like
I can. That's what I saw.
We were all just cool. We're still cool. I seen him in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a nut. I saw him.
And he's 25 years old.
And to keep it.
But time out, me and you talking about G. You see that thing in Vegas, you still be like, I mean, who you out here with? You know what I'm saying? I'm Dolo. You Dolo.
We're friends.
I mean, you're not a mom this weekend.
Right, once the doors open, the doors open.
You know what I'm saying?
But I told.
Because I know if that was a joint that I had amicably split with. I'm going back every time. We in the same zip code.
Going back for more.
Yeah, if we good, we good.
Yeah, he's Teddy Red.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Good man, Charlie Brown.
You're a good man,
Charlie Brown.
I'll keep it real though. Very early on, from the first night I saw him, I was like, nah, this is not gonna work, because the level of stress that he had about, he was like, I'm gonna end up committing murder. Like, a murder's gonna happen because people talk crazy to her, they talk crazy to him, the paparazzi. It just would have been a lot for you to consistently handle every time you leave the house.
It was just I like that whole light is a whole different light.
It's a different, like, you have fans, but it's a different light.
That was weird, man. I mean, it was almost like 6, 7, just me beating the shit out of somebody. Like, moments where it was just like people, I'm eating a pizza, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No respect for your space.
No respect at all.
Now, and you guys, everybody's been mad at me all week because I pointed at these reality shows as being a contributing factor.
To be honest, dog, those reality shows are so weak, and I can't even describe how disgusted I am with how people are speaking on the Lamar Odom situation and calling him like an ex
Kardashian reality
reality star. I'm sitting here like, yo, man, give this man his props as a great sports player, as an athlete, as someone who you sit there and like big up when he's hot, and you want to tear down and not acknowledge him when he's going through a real issue. Who cares if people are going through, like, you know, if people are going through real life situations? Like, help them out. Like, don't denounce somebody, and like you're responsible for deaths. Like, social networks are responsible for people's deaths, man. Like, I've watched it happen, and I have to watch it happen countless times again. I mean, you expect us to like come out here and give us your best and all that, but like with no type of end game. These people, like, there is no like.
Well, and that's why I brought it up, right? I brought it up because you are somebody that we know well enough to sit here and say, we know you have a past, right? You've done drugs, you have a past. Lamar Odom, we know, had a past.
Right.
Before the show. Now he falls in love with a woman. They are in love. They get married. There's no question that she loved him. He loved her. She loved him so much that even canceled the show. Right? Remember, they had a show together. She was like, this is not for him.
Yeah.
Okay? Fast forward, we're watching what we're watching right now. You, sir, have the wherewithal and the spirit to be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it. And this is you dating Amber Rose, which is not even a Kardashian, but is moving in that direction. And you are expressing how much those cameras and that world is not for you and may make you do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, nah.
Right? And everybody in this room, there's people in this room, when I was pointing at the reality, it's not the reality shows. Fam, you have never lived that life before. Being known for something like basketball or music is far different.
Far different. No, I agree. Everyone agreed with that. I just said, we always said was that as sad as we are for the whole situation, there's a lot of disrespect going around. All we said was that ultimately Lamar Odom was his own man, and he made a decision to enter that lifestyle. I'm not saying that makes what happened right at all. I'm just saying, while I feel bad, I'm sure people around him were like, bro, you want to go to the Kardashian life? You sure? And he wasn't built for it, and that's really sad.
And we pointed out that he had been struggling with problems, a deep depression.
But the reason I bring it up is because y'all know I hate these fucking shows.
No, it's a good opportunity.
I've hated these fucking shows for a long time. And we're looking at the worst fucking case scenario right now.
Yes, you're right. This is as bad as it could be, and it's playing out in front of our eyes, and everyone should take note of this, that this can happen. I agree with you. It's very sad.
Sorry.
And then to be disrespected at the end of it all. On top of it, like you said, at the end, not only does it go down this horrible path, but then all he gets referred to as is a fucking ex-reality star. When he's a 2-time NBA champion.
Yeah, that's crazy.
6th man of the year.
He was fucking a standout in Queens of Christ the King. He becomes a star at Rhode Island. It's just, he had a great life. He made people proud his entire life. And he doesn't die, but he's in a terrible condition in a fucking whorehouse in Nevada, and he's being called an ex-reality star. It's sad. That's tragic.
Yeah, you can't negate from somebody's legend, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, if anything, at least the last thing, like all we have is like what we brought into this game. All you guys have when this is over, is like your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, it's crazy to see how people can just strip that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how even like a meme can just ruin somebody. Like, when Madonna kissed Drake, and like, he was probably just making like a, ooh, Madonna just kissed me expression, and like people take that and just tore her apart like her breast things. This. And you're sitting here like man, just let entertainment be entertainment. God damn. Like, like, this is...
Well, you want to hear the fucked up thing is about social media is, the beauty of social media is, it gives a voice to the voiceless who need it. It also gives a voice to the voiceless who don't fucking need it, and no one wants to hear from you.
Right.
All you're doing is poisoning the world with your bullshit.
Was it just entertainment when you tweeted Eminem's daughter?
I you know, at the time, I didn't think that was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even know what happened.
I didn't tweet his daughter. This is I'll tell you the situation. I'll tell you the situation because this is something that I feel like, you know, quiet is kept still. You know, is a reason why certain things don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't happen.
Right?
Okay.
So like, pictures of that had came out, and I'm like, what, 20 years old, 21 at the time, and I'm like, oh my God.
And she's beautiful.
I said she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But all respect due, Eminem is king.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
So what was,
So my point.
What was turned into?
And is there a 15-year age gap where I'm a creep for that?
No.
I was 21, dog.
But wait, what turned in? What came? What happened?
It just led
I guess people took it as disrespect, maybe, but
nah. Certain people took it and
ran with it
and
hyped it up,
and it was and you know,
became something you had to like live down and like deal with,
bruh.
A lot of shit went on behind the scenes.
Like I said,
that sucks.
Certain people won't even listen or review this joint. Certain places won't even hear Machine Gun Kelly on.
Oh,
certain things won't even happen, and
because of that.
And look, man, a friend of mine said it best yesterday. They said, "Why do you care? You came in the industry blackballed. Like, you already came in with everyone hating you.
That's
so
true.
Like,
why are you even?
I'm not stressing it, man. Because I'm not wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've done nothing wrong but come up from being a nobody and being a loser and doing exactly what the goal of hip hop was in the first place, which is earn respect in the community. You know what I'm saying? Use my voice to bring other people up from a dark place. Like, speak on realities of what's going on in my community. And I've stayed true to that. So like, man, fuck you, man. Fuck anybody who's trying to take food off of not just my plate, but like a whole city. You know, like it's more than just me, man. Like, let us win, man. Like, help.
Rally,
help us, man.
Us. We working.
Help us, bro. Like, man, my intentions aren't ill. I'm not out here flashing chains. I'm doing this for the same reason everybody else started doing this back in the day. Like, for this respect, man. Like, let me win, man. Stop holding me back. Everybody got to stop this shit. Machine Gun Kelly is
it may not stop.
It's not. That's the problem. It's not. I will always continue to overcome.
You don't see it now, but it's the best thing for you if you don't crack. You don't see it right now, but it's the best thing for you if you don't crack. If you don't crack.
What made you ask that question?
Because I remember hearing that you were banned from Sirius XM. So I figured, I was always trying to figure out why you were banned from Sirius XM. Or maybe specifically just Shade 45, which is Eminem's channel.
Yeah, I've never heard this till today. But
and then I heard somebody mention it, so I was just curious.
Look, man.
This is one of those times when you say it is what it is.
It is what it is. But I'll say it like this,
if you
man.
don't crack, it's the best thing for you.
Yeah. Done. And finito. Hey, how about this?
And you know what? But you know what? Imagine.
Ebro.
Rocking beats.
Hold on.
Got bars today. Go ahead, Machine Gun Kelly. You got something
you want to say?
Me? Oh, wait,
you got something to get off your chest anyway.
Machine Gun Kelly's new album's out, right? General Admission. And he said he had some bars for the show. He wanted to spit some venom today, so we obliged that, got the beat together.
Yeah. You know, for everybody waking up, going to the job today, putting on for their family, this one's for you. Yeah, I'm facing problems. I can't solve them. They want the truth. I'm being honest. I wake up. I smoke this blunt. I go to work to make a buck. Hey, this one for the boy who grew up trying to feed his family every day. Every day.
Okay, this one for the girl who feeling lost because she trying to find her way. Find her way. Okay, this verse for my people on the grind. Going to sleep at 2, clocking in at 9. Trying to go to school, that's why you at the job. So ask me what to do when you're reaching for the stars. Jump. Everybody scared of a little change, so I'm always looking out for the little things. You should never be ashamed of a little fame. Even Bill Gates back then had a little name. I'm just saying, y'all know what it's like when them lights go off in the condo. You need a break from the bullshit pronto. Spend your last check on a trip to Chicago and see your favorite band on the stage again. And your favorite shirt that you made for them. They played the song and you sang with them because music killed the soul. And that moment's there, so take it in before you back in that place again. In the uniform that you hate again. And it's freedom for the world. I'm facing problems. I can't solve them. They want the truth, Ebro. I'm being honest. I wake up, I smoke this blunt, I go to work, and I make these bucks. Hey yo, this one for the boy who grew up trying to feed his family every day. Every day. Okay, this one for the girl who feeling lost because she trying to find her way. Find her way. I can't afford to go to jail. Mine's putting their houses up for bail. Damn, court stressed me out. Thinking I need a better route. All these hoes laugh when I'm ashy, and them boys rob if I'm flashy, and them older folks see my tattoos and their offices are low class me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. My family is not the Huxtables. I'm just trying to keep my life together without breaking all the rules. So I say like 5 prayers every day until my sins wear away. Let that smoke in, meditate, and just chill. Think about better days, no more late night belly aches. Use this food for thought every day, so I will. You know, this one for the boy who grew up trying to feed his family every day. Every day. I say, this one for the girl who feeling lost because she trying to find her way. You feel me? Find a way. Hey, I'm facing problems. I can't solve them. They want the truth. I'm feeling honest. I wake up, I smoke this blunt, go to work, and make a buck. Hot 97, what up? Yo, New York City, what up?
Yeah. Yo, make MGK.
Pick up MGK. Pick up the album General Admission right now on sale.